Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be going over two new products from Too Faced Cosmetics. The first one is an eyeshadow palette, and this is the Born This Way, the Natural Nudes complexion inspired eyeshadow palette. You can see on the front of the palette the gradient of different skin tones, and this palette is actually cardboard. I'm so used to having this size palette from Too Faced being in that tin packaging, and it's kind of instilled in my head that the tin packaging are the good shadows and the cardboard packaging tend to be the ones that are a little iffy with Too Faced. But we're going to see how this one performs. You open it up and you are getting a large mirror on the inside. Here are the shades. All of the longer pans are mattes, and then these squares, all of those are a metallic formula. It's $45, and on the Too Faced website it reads, it's inspired by the beautiful collection of Born This Way foundation shades. These 16 highly pigmented modern nudes range from flattering mattes that were created to enhance your unique and beautiful undertones to sultry metallic shimmer and sparkle shades for a sexy radiance so natural they'll think you are born this way. Maybe she's born with it, maybe it's Maybelline. Anywho, I just took that in a whole different direction. Let me go ahead and show you guys the swatches. First we have Swan, Shimmering Pearl, Nude, Rose Gold, Warm Rose, Golden Light, Cocoa, Sparkling Sable, and then we have Glistening Snow, Seashell, Sparkling Sand, Petal, Sparkling Rum, Maple, Sugared Chestnut, and Truffle. Each of the shades in the palette was actually inspired by a corresponding shade of the Born This Way foundation. I think that's pretty cool. And then it is infused with coconut water, which aids in delicately replenishing skin's moisture level. Alpine Rose helps empower skin's health and radiance, and then hyaluronic acid gives a smoother, more youthful appearance. Yeah, I don't know that I really care about all that stuff in my eyeshadow. I don't get along so well with coconut on my face, which we will get into later, but when it's on my eyes, it doesn't really bother me. Any kind of derivative, coconut oil, whatever, it doesn't really bother me. There's several different eyeshadow palettes that I have used that have it in there, and I don't have any issues. Now, when it's on my face, we start to have issues, and that's one downside of these bad boys right here. These are the Turn Up the Light Complexion Enhancing Highlighting Palettes. I bought two different shades because I didn't know which one I wanted. I got light and medium, and you will see both of them in action. The packaging on these are plastic, and it has a magnetic closure. These are really, really well made. You're getting a mirror on the inside, and then these three pans. I instantly thought about Hourglass whenever I saw these, and even seeing them in person, I think about Hourglass. I'm just really happy that these are larger pans. This is the light one, and then this one right here is the medium. I'm gonna put them up side by side so you guys can see the difference. I would describe the light one as pretty like a pearly type of vanilla. The medium one definitely has some champagne to it. It doesn't seem like there's a big difference, and I wouldn't say that there's a huge jump in between the two, but you'll see, and I'll talk about that later. These retail for $42 a piece, and you're getting three different textures in here. The first one is the Glow, which is basically your traditional highlight. This is very, very smooth. It's not glittery. It's not anything but just beautiful, skin-like beaming highlight. This is so pretty. They are both really smooth. So if you're looking for something kind of like, it reminds me of the Hourglass metallic ambient lighting palette. That texture, oh, it is so pretty. And then you have a soft focus powder in the center. That is this one here, and you can see whenever you blend it out, it's very, very sheer. It's just going to give a little bit of radiance to the skin, kind of give that blurring type of effect. I use this today to buff all over. And then the last one is a Dazzle. This has glitter in it, just so you guys know. It's still quite smooth, like to the touch, and you can see, oh, it's beautiful. but it does have glitter. Let me look. I don't feel like it's overly apparent. Like, I don't feel like there's a whole lot of texture or anything like that on my skin, but you will see these in action later. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the swatches of them both, the light and the medium, while I read to you the description. This comes in 4 different shades: light, medium, tan, and deep. On the side it reads, turn up the light and add dimension, lift, and luminosity with this complexion enhancing highlighting palette created to bring out the inner radiance in every skin tone. This baked trio diffuses and refracts light for a perfectly lit complexion wherever you go. The face palettes also contain coconut water, alpine rose, and hyaluronic acid. On top of that, it also has cornstarch listed on the box. So the face palettes are not going to be something that I can use, but I'm still going to give you guys my thoughts on them. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this eye look, and then I will get into the face palettes. REPHR number 1 and Nude. Starting off on the outer corner, going into the crease. This is a lot darker than I anticipated it being. Back and forth windshield wiper motions, and then I'm slowly going to work this up. Another REPHR 01 in the shade Cocoa. Starting on the outer corner, going into the crease. Truffle on a REPHR 14. Again, starting on the very outer corner. These shades have a lot of pigment in them. You really do not have to pick up much. I'm smoking out the eye a little bit more into the crease and then lightly upward. MAC 242 in the shade Swan. I'm going to highlight my brow arch. Sonia G Builder 3 Sparkling Sable. I'm going to pack this on the very outer portion of the eye. Same color, REPHR 14. I'm just dragging that into the crease a little bit, just for a little bit more of added depth. Golden Light on an Esom W21. Packing this on the center of the lid. Using pressing motions to begin with. Then I will start to kind of swipe, tap over the last shade we laid down, just the edge, merge them together. Same brush, Shimmering Pearl, placing this on the front portion of the lid. Again, I'm having to use those packing motions, and then lightly going over the gold. Maple on a REPHR 03, buffing this right along the lower lash line. Same brush in the shade Truffle, outside corner of the lower lash line, connecting to the top part right here. Drag it in just a little bit, closer to the lash line whenever I get up and further in the inner corner, and then buff it a little bit more downward on the outer corner. Pillow Talk liner from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to line the top part, and then I'm going to go add on mascara and inner rim liner. For the face palettes, I started off with the shade Light. Now, I did use this one in my last video where I did a get ready with me for Valentine's Day and I was using new products. I used this center shade right here to dust all over as a buffing powder in that video. So I'm using the other one today, but I'm going to use these two on this side of my face. I'm going to start off with a REPHR number 18, and I am picking up the Glow powder and I'm popping this right on my cheeks, and you can see this is intense. I just popped that right on the very tops of my cheekbones. I put it on my forehead, and I felt like this shade is a little light for this bronzer. It's kind of giving a little bit of an ashy look, at least in person. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but it's a little ashy right here. I don't mind it on my cheeks, but it is a little, it's a little light for me. I think this is going to be better for somebody who is a light or fair. I consider myself to be a light medium. I can use this, but it's a little light. After that, I went ahead and I went back in with my BK Beauty 107. This had my blush on it, and I just kind of go like this. That helps to melt everything together, and then I go back in with this powder, which is the Dazzle powder with the glitter in it, and my Linda Hallberg 306. And I just placed this on the top part of my cheekbone again. I didn't want to take this on my forehead or anything else because I didn't want to have obvious glitter on my forehead or anything. And then again, I went back in with my blush brush. No additional product. I just do this and just make sure that it's all seamless. Going in with the medium palette, I did the same thing. I wiped off my REPHR number 18, started off with the Glow powder, and I like this one so much more on my skin tone. I just feel like it kind of melts in just a little bit more. I feel like this one's brighter, but this one just kind of melts into my skin, and it gives me that glow, and I just think it's beautiful. Again, with the blush, I stamped it out, and then I went in with the shimmer one, the Dazzle shade, right on the top part of my cheekbone, again with the Linda Hallberg 306. After that, I got a buff. You guys know the drill. So I took the center shade, which is called Soft Focus, in the medium palette, and my REPHR 22. And I just took this powder all over and just buffed around everything, made it to where it gives me that filtered type of look, and it's just a soft focus finish. I think it's beautiful. I am actually super duper sad about these. I 100% recommend them, especially, like, I love Hourglass. Hourglass is so good. And I do think that the soft focus powders are nice in here, which is the larger powder, but Hourglass has them beat if you're just talking about the powder in of itself. Something about Hourglass is just a little bit more radiant, a little more sophisticated. This one's still really pretty, but if I was going to pick between the two, I would still go with Hourglass. Both highlights are beautiful. I especially love just the regular Glow powder. The formula of this is so close to the one from the Hourglass Metallic Strobe Light palette. That's it. That's what it is. Metallic Strobe Lighting palette. So close. So if you didn't get that, this is such a good option. And I actually don't mind the glittery highlight. I don't know that it's something I would use all the time, but I don't feel like it's too much. At least I don't think it looks like it's too much. I think that these are gorgeous. Unfortunately for me, Coconut and Z-Maze Cornstarch, I'm not going to be able to continue to use these, so I'm probably going to gift them, but I have to tell you that they're beautiful. If I did not have a sensitivity to where I break out from these ingredients, I would be using these a lot. I think that these are amazing, amazing, amazing. They're so beautiful. And I like the fact that they came out with 4 different shades. For the palette, I was concerned. I was concerned because, like I said, in my head, the tin packaging are the good ones, cardboard packaging, not so good. This one feels a little weighted in my hand. It doesn't feel real light and flimsy or anything like that. And these blend and have so much pigment. They are impeccable. Oh my gosh, I really enjoy this. The mattes in here are so great. I will say with the metallic ones, it says that there's different type of formulas like the shimmer and metallic. There's definitely differences. The gold one, shimmering pearl, and then glistening snow, those all have a little bit more grit to them. When I'm putting them on the eyes, I really had to press and get it to blend out. I think that if I use these again, I would use them wet so I could kind of shear it out, because these are the type of shades that will definitely be more impactful, especially if you use it wet. But they're also the type of metallic shades that will add texture to your lids if that's something that you do not want. Those shades will do that. Now, some of the other ones are a little smoother, like Sugared Chestnut, definitely smoother. Sparkling Sable is smoother. Let's see, Sparkling Sand, Sparkling Rum. They're just a different texture, more of a traditional type of metallic. Overall, I am so happy with this palette. It is something that I am going to get a ton of use out of. Yes, it is a, neutral, natural palette, but I'm in love with it. I love how you have these very light neutral shades, and then you have more of like the cool neutral and then the warm neutral. It's just a really beautiful everyday palette, a smoky eye palette. It's just, I'm really happy with this purchase. I'm very fond of it. It's sad to me that I can't use these because I think these are so pretty. I definitely recommend them. Just be careful if you have the same sensitivities as I do. I'm not going to return them. They're going to go to a good home. I'm not sure who yet, but they're going to go to a good home because they are beautiful. Anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.